Hey everyone, Michelle here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my 5 best tips for feeling creative and learning to be artistic. Yes, I said learning to be artistic. You're not automatically disqualified from being artistic just because a voice in your head says you're not good enough or you don't have enough talent. That voice is a liar. Do you wish you were more creative? Do you feel like you have no creative bone in your body at all, but you wish you did? Or do you feel artistic and creative, but you don't think you have enough talent or skill, or that you're not good enough to call yourself an artist? I want to change all that for you. I am an artist, a writer, an encourager, and I used to be just like you. I wanted to be creative. I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't think I had the talent, and I didn't think I had the raw skill needed to do it. I didn't think that I could. I just closed that door on myself, and I didn't need to, and you don't need to either. So what I want to teach you on this channel is how to make art that makes you happy. I'm going to paint this today, and we're going to chat, and I'm going to share with you my 5 best tips. You can be creative. I'll show you how. Come on. Hey everyone, welcome inside my studio where I paint with beeswax and a blowtorch. I'm going to be painting in the background here, working on a piece, and I'm going to talk to you with the 5 best tips that I found for learning how to be more creative and artistic and silencing that voice in your head that says you're not enough. You might be wondering why I'm not walking you through step by step this process of me painting in beeswax and with a blowtorch, and I will have some videos later doing that, and there'll be some more description and details in the description box at the bottom of this video. But for now, I don't want to walk you through the process step by step because I can't tell you from the beginning of this painting, from that raw blank canvas that you saw a minute ago to the end of the piece, what it's going to look like. It's all an experiment. It's all about intuition and playfulness and figuring out what looks good to me at the moment, what makes me feel happy. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. So I want you to see the process, but I don't want you to feel like you need to try to recreate the process yourself. Like I said before, your art can take all different kinds of form. I don't want you to feel limited to painting with beeswax and a blowtorch. That's just my outlet. Whatever your outlet for art is, that's what I want you to be thinking about today. So 5 tips for being more creative and artistic. Oh, here comes that blowtorch. Tip number 1, just enjoy yourself and enjoy the process. Have fun with it. Think back to when you were little and you were finger painting in kindergarten. You weren't worried about whether it was going to be a Picasso or a Van Gogh. You were just having fun with it, having fun with the colors and the texture and how it made you feel. So have fun with the process and have fun with yourself, and don't take yourself too seriously. Be a goofball like me. I mean, really, come on. You saw the beginning of this video. Okay, so tip number 2, just make something that makes you happy. Make something that you think is pretty or that you find interesting or that you think is eye-catching, and don't worry about whether anyone else agrees with you or not. They don't matter for our purposes right now. What matters is you and your piece of art, however that comes out. Write with your voice. Create with your voice. Make your art be a true reflection of you. And if you do that, if you make art that fills you up and makes you happy, it will come across in whatever form of art you're doing, and people will see that on the other side, and it will draw them in. So make something that you think is pretty, eye-catching, or interesting. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, make it a fun experiment. Wouldn't it be fun if what? Fill in the blank. Just make it an experiment. This does not have to be something that anyone else in the world ever sees. It's just an experiment between you and your art. And ask yourself some fun questions. What would happen if? Wouldn't it be fun if I could? And then try it and see what happens. And if you treat it all as an experiment rather than as trying to produce a certain outcome, it will shift your perspective on it, and it will make it first, it will make it a lot more enjoyable for you. But second, it will give you a lot of freedom in creating whatever kind of art it is that you're working on. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, give your permission to make something ugly. I think so many times we get wrapped up in the idea that art has to be beautiful and pretty. And of course we want our art to be beautiful and pretty. But in order to get it there, we have to give ourselves permission to make something ugly first. And a lot of times it's the process of making something ugly where you figure out what went wrong or what you didn't like so that you can adjust it to make it something that you do like, or figure out a better technique to use so that it goes the way you want it to and it looks the way you want it to. So give yourself permission to make something ugly and know that that's not the end, but that you can keep improving on it or learning from it. All right, last tip. Tip number 5, embrace the process. Okay, you have to embrace the process of creating your art. If you're writing, you have to embrace the process of brainstorming all your ideas and creating a rough draft and then writing your piece, going back in and editing it, taking things out, moving it around, polishing it and making it beautiful. Art in any kind is the same way. Embrace the process of it and let go of what the result is that you're trying to make, and instead embrace the process of it, and you will get to the point where you are making art that makes you happy. Hey, before you go, don't forget to click that subscribe button, tap on that bell so you get notified whenever I put up new content. I have lots of good stuff in the pipeline for you guys, and I don't want you to miss any of it. Join us next week. We'll have another episode on Friday. See you then. I've said all this stuff so many times, I don't know what I said, or if any of it makes sense. I don't know. And now I feel like an idiot. This is not gonna work. Blah, 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 blah. How do you people do this? You people that do this all the time, how do you do this? I don't understand.